He's live now in Chicago. We've seen the numbers. You said, Mark, don't worry about them. They're not going to really mean that much.
Mark,
so here we are, 24 hours later.
Mark, don't worry about them. They don't mean anything.
Okay.
Exactly. Basically, it's unfortunate, Mark, but the whole world is waiting for one woman to make her decision a week from now. And whatever trade you see is really immaterial until that decision finally gets made. Now, based on what's happened in the equity markets here today, that if she's going to make that announcement, she may be making it early. It's interesting because we saw quite the reversal in the equity markets today, so that's something to keep an eye on. But the whole world is right now being held hostage for what the most powerful woman in the world has to say.
You're talking about Federal Reserve and raising interest rates. We do see the dollar under pressure here once again on the day. Is that tied to what you're talking about here, this announcement?
Yeah, I think so, Mark. I think the dollar, as we know, has a dramatic effect right into our farmers and producers and their products because, again, the commodity space is benchmarked against the U.S. dollar, so that becomes an issue. So overall, we've really seen no action. And, of course, the report, I do know it came in relatively unchanged, so I did know what happened.
Yeah,
but
no, I understand.
I didn't expect much to happen, and I really don't expect much action here. As from my perspective, nothing has changed in my view. We've got a lot of news that's bad news for the markets yet. We maintain in these key levels that we've looked at, the 370 area in the corn market. We're a little bit higher than that. 850 to 860 in soybeans, and that 465 to 470 in wheat. Wheat's a little higher today. But overall, again, if you're going to be in these markets, I think you want to be an owner. If you're a farmer, producer, and you can hold, you should hold. If you need to be hedged, then you should be hedged. But at the end, I think if you're selling down here, I think you're selling it at more likely or low than more that you can sell later. Yeah,
so very still friendly. Again, with neutral numbers on paper anyway, you're still friendly this grain trade longer term.
Absolutely. I own December 16s of wheat and corn. So yes, I'm definitely friendly to the space.
Very good, Todd. We're going to have to take a break here and come back and talk about the livestock trade. I want to give the numbers to those viewers, listeners rather, tuning in on Sirius XM before our last update of the day. Corn for March down a penny, 372.5. The soybean trade lower as well. Still friendly though. Todd Horwitz is March as now down a penny and 3/4, 8.78. As he mentions, a higher wheat trade, and we are higher. Looking at Chicago March contract up 6.5, 4.88. Kansas City, the March contract getting the volume 6 cents higher, 478.5, and Minneapolis, the March contract up 3 3/4, 5.09. Back to tech. A look at the livestock trade with Todd Horwitz from Chicago in 1 minute.